When people are released from jail, they have the responsibility to appear in court. But some of these people choose to go on the run.
They go back home to mommy.
And that is when these guys come into the picture. So sit back and listen to the Off the Hook podcast with Chad and Rob.
Very fine people on both sides.
These are real stories, but the names have been changed.
What's up, everybody? This is Rob.
This is Chad. How you doing?
You know, same old. Just another week. I missed you last week. I was out of town I had to go up to Raleigh for a little bit. But there's one thing I did not miss.
That debate. Yeah. It was like the Super Bowl. I watched it. So,
it was like seeing a dementia patient on TV. It was horrible.
Yeah, Joe was not very confident in himself.
I didn't like it when they were arguing about their golf game. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, with everything going on, that's the last thing you guys need to bring up seriously.
I can't follow them. I just can't follow them.
Yeah.
I mean, what'd you get out of it, man?
Well, I think they need to pull the plug in more than one way on Joe Biden.
No, yeah, that
pun intended. But yeah, he's got to go. But it's funny, you know. I was talking to some of my friends that are on the left side, and I said, "So, what are you guys gonna do with replacing Joe?" And they don't have a clue what to do. Greasy Gavin Newsom, he's not an option. They can dig up Hillary, but that's not a good idea either.
Well, here's what I don't understand, and somebody explain this to me if you can. All these Democrats are now coming out saying, "Oh, he needs to be pulled out." Damn it, what?
Like this is news.
This is new?
We've been seeing this for a long time. What did they show you on CNN? I mean, like, old footage of him like 20 years ago or something? Like, he's been this way for a long time, and it's so funny on social media. I'm seeing it too. It's like they're all surprised at how he performed. It was like a normal night, you know, for Joe, even if he is jacked up on whatever they gave him. You know, it was average Joe.
Well, I mean, if you can't see, like, I don't know if any of you guys have seen it or watched it when he was being escorted off the stage. Trump just walked off.
His wife came over.
Jill comes out and grabs him and is like, "Come on, buddy.
Come on, let's go over here. Don't trip over the wire."
And then afterwards, did you see the video of her going, "You did great. You answered every question."
Yeah,
he did. He sure did with a
Good for me. Yeah, good job, man.
Come
like,
on.
This is our leaders, man. We got to do better.
My favorite is when Trump left D.C. and did a flyby.
Oh, that was cool.
I love the memes.
And you know all the lines that you're hearing in TikToks and stuff. They're like, "I don't know what he just said." You know.
Oh,
it's true.
Man.
You can't. I mean, sorry guys, but he's had it. Pull the plug on that guy.
Man, I'm telling you, moving to the island sounds even better and better every day. So, enough about our little rant on the retard.
Not politically correct.
Not politically correct. Don't get butthurt.
Don't get crazy over it.
Don't get crazy. Jesus. So, anyway, before we get into our story, I did want to mention this. Go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, comment. We love the comments. We've gotten a few comments already. Questions. If you got any questions, go in there, put questions on it. We want feedback. We want to know what's going on and how we're doing.
Good or bad, we can take it.
Yep. Don't matter. I've been called worse. I've been married a few times.
I've got a safe space, so you can fire away. At my comments about the golden retrievers and the Jeeps, I can take it.
Oh, God. Speaking of, I swear to God, I had to drop my dogs off at the groomers this morning. I saw one yanked his old lady's arm out of her socket. Onto the ground. I had to go help her up and go get that dog for her. Oh.
Something to that, isn't there?
All I could do was laugh. So, all right, this is story of the week. We're going to the great state of Florida. We go there a lot. We went to Tampa and Jacksonville, Florida. We got 2 for 1, and these we like these.
They were having a sale on criminals.
Yep. So we let's bring that blank here for a second. Okay, there we go. So these were bankers, banker skips, and we got a call from them, like we do for all these other ones, to give us pretty much a forfeiture, and that's it. It says good luck.
Which doesn't give you a lot of information when you got to go find somebody, and they could be anywhere. It's just all it is a dollar amount, their name, and their last known address, which changed a long time ago.
So the names of our 2 fugitives today is Smalls and Medea.
He looked like Smalls from the Sandlot movie.
And if you
Of course,
don't,
you know Medea.
she was a big old woman.
She's a big one.
So anyway, we get down. We get the file. We start doing our research, and we got a really good lead on Smalls in Tampa. And while we're doing that, we also, I think, we get another lead on Medea, and we plan it out to where we fly down and drive back.
Yeah, I think, is this the one where we already had our partner already down there, picked us up?
I believe so.
Yeah, it's funny. we fly down there, and he picks us up at the airport
With a sombrero.
with a sombrero and a half bottle of tequila already been into.
I'm like, what you been doing? He's like, I've been partying for a couple days.
He blended, blending with the natives there.
I think he had something down there going on too, though. Who knows?
Yeah.
We've all got a bunch of stuff going on. So we get everything scheduled, and we fly down, and James picks us up with a sombrero and a half bottle of drink of tequila. And we go, we go to the address that we had on file for him, and we find his truck,
For Smalls. Yeah, we find it, but we can't find him. So what we do is we put a tracker on it.
Yeah.
So a GPS tracker, that way we just attach it, and then I think we called it a day, just let it go do its thing, because, wherever it ends up, we're going to go.
It was late in the day, too, and we didn't
Yeah.
want to drive all night, so we want to get some rest. So we throw a tracker in the car, go get some sleep, come up with a game plan for that next morning. And we get up and we look at the tracker, and we see he's at this commercial building.
Yeah, it was like an office park, so there was a lot of different big businesses. This was a huge office park, as I recall, because we were on the wrong side of where he was when we got. It was a big square.
Yeah.
But it's full of offices. It's like, if you get those irritating phone calls from people trying to sell you something, he worked in one of those things.
Yeah, and it was like 100 damn cars in the parking lot.
Yeah. So even though we found his car, it wasn't a slam dunk, because it's a huge building, and people can come out of different places throughout the whole place.
And this guy was wanted on a $20,000 bond, by the way.
Yeah.
And there were felony charges.
So all we have is kind of a crappy photo and
A
his
dollar
name.
amount.
Yeah, and then, yeah. So what did we do? Did we go to Human Resources and confirm that he worked there or something like that?
Yeah, we walked in the front door, asked for the manager, and she came up, and we said, hey, look, here's the warrants. Here's a copy of the warrants. And, we want to make this as conspicuous, just as quiet as possible. We don't want to bring a lot of attention to your business. And she was like, no problem. Well, come over here and wait in this room. She gets him out of his little cubicle and brings him in there, and you ought to see the look on his face. He started crying really bad. Like, when I say crying, I think his mama died. He was that bad. So we started, we get him in handcuffs, and he's like, these warrants, they're false. I took care of this. And so we called
right in front of him, and we put it on speaker and say, are these active, from the sheriff's department? And they literally are holding it in their hand, looking at it, going, yeah, they're open warrants. So we confirm before we leave, and we showed him that they're active while we were there.
Yeah. So he calms down. We get him in a truck, and it's first thing in the morning, and we start heading to Tampa, because Tampa's quite a bit of a drive. Jacksonville's quite a bit of a drive from Tampa. It's about 9 hours, 8, something like that.
I don't know if it was that long, but it was a good drive.
It's a good drive.
Either way.
We stopped, get food, stop at there's orange stands everywhere in Florida.
So we get an orange and a gator, right?
Yeah.
You can get a baby gator on your way home. No, I'm just kidding. It's funny. You see those on the side of the road. I'm like, I want an alligator. We got them here, but I want another one. I want a little one.
Oh man, alligator just it was horrible. Alligator just at my house, right in front of my house on the river, because I stay on the river. Alligator got somebody's lab the other day. Like it's getting bad out there on the Cape Fear River. So we get into Jacksonville. Chad, describe the hood.
Oh, for Medea?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see. We roll up in this little hood that kind of one way in, one way out. It's kind of buildings surround each other, and they have like a middle section, if I recall right. And we rode around trying to find the building that we had, the building number. I think we rode up in the middle of all that, and we were met with a crowd of people. And
we talked to management.
Yeah, they told us which one she was in.
And they were like, please get her out of here. She causes nothing but problems for us.
Yeah. So we roll up there.
The doors and windows are all barred up.
Yeah.
And we definitely do not look like we belong there. And we got a fugitive in the back seat watching this the whole time now.
Yeah, so we have to stay with him, make sure everything's good with him. One of us does. And
so I go up to the front door and knock. And of course, Medea opens the door. Hey, what you want? I was like, Medea, you missed court, and we got to take you back to North Carolina. She said, well, come on in, let me change my clothes and find out what's going on. I was like, okay. We go in there, and I was like, ma'am, I said, don't go into the other rooms, just grab something to throw on. She's like, no, come here. So I'm in the hallway, and I'm trying to, so I keep an eye on her, because
you don't know what they're going, in the back room to get. She could get a butcher knife or a gun, or there could be somebody else waiting on you. You got to keep an eye on them.
Oh God! And she proceeds. When I say Medea, now listen to this. She proceeds to strip naked. Man, I'm telling you, that was the worst sight ever in my life. That was disgusting. My retinas are burned. So anyway, she comes out. She's got, I guess, a neighbor that's helping her with her kids.
Yeah.
She comes out. The whole neighborhood's out here watching us.
Oh, yeah. A lot of drama going on. Everybody's watching. Yep.
So we get to the truck, throw her in, and what does she do?
Throw her in. We put her, you make it sound like we
she gets in gently. She gets in like she's supposed to. Okay? All right.
We're not mean unless people are mean to us.
Yeah, we're cool, just like we are right now, talking to you guys.
Anyway.
What is she turns around and looks at our other fugitive and like,
what'd you do?
What'd you do? They got you too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, got me out of Tampa. And So she was really nice, though. They both were. They were cool. I mean, majority of what you see on TV is TV'd up.
Yeah.
95% of the time, they're cool.
So when you get these people, they know that something, they know they're doing wrong. They always say, "Well, I was gonna take care of it. Or, I was on my way." Sure you were. Not until somebody shows up at your door are you really going to take care of it.
Not.
So, yes, they know that they did wrong. So, and it's actually relief for them once they've been gotten. Because
I think she was on a smaller bond. Hers was a small bond, but it was on the way back. So nabbing her was easy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, where do we go once we leave Jacksonville?
We get on I-95 and head north.
And where do we always stop by?
We stop in Savannah, Georgia at the Black Rifle Coffee Company where we shop for clothes. That's where the majority of my clothes are.
I love that place. And they know us now. Like every time we go, they're like, "Hey guys, nice seeing you again. Ain't a long time to see."
Well, they have a little section, and it's like their main distributorship where they print all their shirts and make all their merch.
Nine line.
Yeah.
And they have Black Rifle inside of it, and it's a cool little place.
Yeah, so we stopped to get it's convenient. We can get gas, we can get something to drink, some coffee, and pick up a couple shirts. They have a little area with sofas and stuff, so we bring everybody in and have them sit down. I get them a cup of coffee. We're nice. Get them some coffee for the road.
Medea and Smalls is sitting on the couch in handcuffs.
Handcuffs, drinking their coffee.
And everybody's kind of like looking like weird, like what in the hell's going on over here? And we're like, oh, they're fine. They just missed court. Don't worry about it. And the people there that work there were pretty cool with it.
Yeah. We take turns. We stay with them, so everything's cool. And one of the others just looks and grabs something, and then we get everybody loaded back up, and we hit the road.
Yes. And while we're on the road, stop, pee stops, and that's difficult.
Yeah, that's difficult.
Especially when you have a woman.
Yeah, when you got a female, because we can't take the cuffs off. They've got to go and do the thing in the bathroom. That's always difficult.
I was like that one girl. I had to go get a girl in Las Vegas one time. And it was that time of the month for her, and that was horrible. I had to fly on a plane with her like that. Oh. Anyway, that's a good story right there. We'll have to come back. We got so many.
Where's your button, man? Where's the...
Which one?
I don't know. Did you not keep it?
Oh, the story one?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh, never mind. All right.
I had to pull it back.
It's too far in now. It doesn't matter. Anyway, another time.
Okay.
So yeah, we're on the road, long haul, heading back. We're always super tired by the time we get to south of the border. That's the only hope that we have when we're on I-95 is seeing that.
Yes.
We know we're getting close.
Because we've had them in our custody, and it's nighttime now, we come to the first county that we arrive in North Carolina, and that's Robeson County. Now, if any of you listeners know anything about Robeson County and Lumberton, them people out there would kill you in 2 seconds. So we drop them off. We drop them off at the worst jail in North Carolina. Sorry.
I don't know if it's the worst, man. I mean, Rocky Mount's not good either.
Yeah, it is true. Or no, we could have dropped them off if we were out west. Remember Cherokee?
Yeah.
Cherokee, the reservation?
Yeah.
They don't play out there. You got an FTA, guess what you're doing? You're sitting there until your next court date. You don't get bonded out.
Yeah, that's the reservation.
Yeah.
Remember how the county was split into two, districts or something? Remember that?
Yeah.
You had Indian law, and then you had state law.
Because when we went on there, we had to ask for permission.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And they were like, yeah, glad you came by and asked first. Because we'd have locked y'all's asses up. I don't know about you, but I ain't trying to get locked up in Cherokee.
No.
But But Florida is a state that we have gone to a lot. I mean, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, the Keys, Jacksonville, Tampa. We're at.
That one little place, as soon as you cross the line over on the beach side, remember that dude we had to go get? It was with his girlfriend from here.
Yeah, we were looking for the girlfriend.
Was it her or him?
It was her.
Oh, it was her. Okay.
But he was.
But he was the
with
key.
him.
Yeah, he was the key to finding her. That's right.
Yeah. So we actually scared the hell out of him so much that she turned herself in.
Yeah. And we bonded her back out later.
And she took care of her stuff because you know why?
Because we did our job.
And she knows that we will come after her. She has
when people, like what they're trying to do right now and letting everybody go with unsecured bonds, I'm not saying everybody has to have a secured bond, but this is what happens the more you do unsecured is people just say, well, nobody's going to look for me. All I got to do is leave the court's jurisdiction, which is the state line. And
then the victim is left behind with the collateral damage they got to take care of.
Right.
Look, we know everybody wants to live in a rainbow and unicorn world, but it just doesn't happen. I'm sorry. You can stand there and look like Joe Biden in a debate all day long. It's not going to help you out at all. But it's going to happen, and crime's going to happen. So, speaking of Florida again, we're going down to Pensacola Beach here very, very soon with Michelle, Naba. I'm excited, man. I think we're also going to have they're going to have a country concert there.
And Mr. Jim Wahlberg.
Yes, and Jim Wahlberg.
Wahlberg brothers. We'll get to meet him. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited about meeting all the bondsmen, especially if you're listening. Any bondsmen that are down there and want to
be on the podcast.
Be on the podcast. Come talk to us. Tell us what you do, where you're at. Maybe somebody recognize you. Just come see us.
We're gonna ask you bondsmen that are coming. Where you're from. Tell us a little story about you and how you got into the business. What it's like in your state. We got questions for you that a lot of people would like to know. How are things going in your area? We want to meet everybody. So come by our little booth and check us out.
Yeah, I was on I did that Zoom meeting call with Naba and Michelle for a few minutes. Dylan,
I did too.
Week.
I was on there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I didn't say much, but I was on there.
Oh, I didn't see. Yeah, I was on my phone, so it was kind of hard.
I was too. Yeah,
but I mean, Michelle and Naba, they're doing a great job of trying to get, like a lot of these warrants that we have out of North Carolina. They don't like putting them in an NCIC.
For those of you who don't know, NCIC is a National Crime Index that if you were to leave your state, and let's say you went from North Carolina to California, and you got pulled over out there, it would show up through this system. Normal system of, not being in it, you won't be. So like you can just cross the line, like I was saying earlier, and you get pulled over, they won't see that you have warrants in North Carolina. And
a lot of states don't want to put them in NCIC. Some do more than others, but the state of North Carolina don't like putting them in it because they have to pay for extradition.
Yeah. So
and that's coming out of your pocket as a taxpayer,
right? And they'll only do the surrounding states of whatever, for North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia. It won't go beyond that. So that's not a perfect world either. So
no. And then, so if somebody gets released on an unsecured bond and they go out of the state and they're not put in, if they're put into NCIC, but they're under an unsecured bond, they're put in NCIC. Now the taxpayer has to pay for them to be extradited from that state to North Carolina. Therefore, if they had a secured bond, it's much easier for...
We're going to go look for them, not...
Yeah.
That's on us. Yeah.
And then the states, whatever state we go into, especially say Georgia, we've been to Georgia a few times, and we say, hey, look, here's the NIC number, that's the NCIC individual number for that warrant. You give them the NIC number, they say, oh, okay, cool, take them on, see you later, have fun. You won't have no pushback from some states. Now, the southern states you really don't have no trouble with. When you get up north and out west is when you start having a little bit of trouble with them. But Chad, it's been a long week without being here, man. It's been weird. I've missed you.
Yeah, it's been a little quiet in the office, but still productive. And we got the 4th coming up.
Oh, yes. What you got? Anything planned for the 4th?
Yeah, man, we got a concert going on in my neighborhood, and some festivities. Looking forward to getting on my jet ski. I went out fishing with my buddy this weekend.
I was about to ask you about that, man.
Yeah. My buddy Rusty. Rusty, if you're listening, shout out to you. He has in-game fishing apparel and gear.
Nice stuff.
Nice quality fishing apparel, hats and shirts and other stuff. Check him out. We went out to the Gulf Stream. We went out about 70 miles, something like that. We got a mahi and a barracuda. Not real lucky that day, but had a great time out there with the fellas and telling stories and fishing and that kind of stuff.
A bad day of fishing is a good day on the water.
It's better than an office day any
Absolutely.
day, right?
Yeah, I got some exciting news, I guess. Wednesday, it's official. Wednesday, I am completely done with child support. I had to, man. Almost 19 years. Man, it's been tough. I'm glad it's over with, though. But after Wednesday, I plan on probably going to the island, man. The island's always relaxing, and it's beautiful out there, man.
Yeah, man, the water is 83 degrees out in the stream. Bath water.
How was the ride out there and back?
Man, my back's killing me. I mean, it was relatively smooth for, a trip like that, but still it's a beating. I mean, in between waves and stuff. It's just a long haul, man. Yeah.
I gotcha. Well, you know what? Well, the next time we come up here, maybe we have something exciting more for you. So until next time, our next episode will be, what is it? Oh, yeah. It's Charleston, South Carolina. Remember that guy? What was his name? What did we name him?
I'm not sure what we named it. I have to remember that one. Anyway, we'll talk about this dude.
This is our next episode, he's a very interesting guy.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah. This guy was funny, man. Little thief. We called him something like he was some kind of
Sticky Fingers.
Sticky Fingers. That's what we called him. Sticky Fingers.
Sticky Fingers. This dude, I'm telling you, man. If you got to listen in for the next
listen
episode.
To this one. I never heard of anybody doing anything like what this guy and his little crowd do.
Literally.
Yeah. It's interesting. Come back and listen to that one.
Absolutely, guys. Well, we have a couple more, or maybe one more before Florida. So stay tuned, everybody. We'll keep you updated. Like I said, go to offthehookbell.com. Come check us out. You can listen to our podcast up there, and you can go to our YouTube channel, Off the Hook Podcast. You can see us, our recordings up here, video and audio on our podcast. So, Chad, anything else you want to say?
No, that's it, man, for this week.
Guys, we thank you very much for tuning in, and we're happy that you keep listening to us. Keep it on. Until then, love you, mean it.
See you later.
You've been listening to Off the Hook with Chad and Rob. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. And be sure to follow us for notifications for another exciting episode. But in the meantime, you can go to our website at www.offthehookbail.com to see more. So until next time, stay out of trouble, or it'll be you that needs to get off the hook. See you soon.